Pierre Gasly, and he's also a free agent, so he will speak directly to Helmut Marko in order to get a Formula 1 seat, and he actually deserves it after being a GP2 champion, and considering the fact that Antonio Giovinazzi already got a shot with 3 teams, so Sauber, Ferrari and Haas as well. So definitely I think that Gasly will step in on the Kvyat seat. Now, against Simon, do you think Honda will have done enough to keep McLaren, or does McLaren have no choice to stick with the project? I think that Honda hasn't delivered enough in order to convince McLaren, but at the same time I think that McLaren needs Honda for financial help, as well as for the advantage of not being a client and having the exclusive flow of updates. Even though we know that Honda is not actually reliable even on delivering the updates on time, but I think that at this stage Honda needs to prove itself once again. James, do you think Fernando could leave Formula 1 at the end of this year if he doesn't find a competitive package for next year? I think that he's considering a full-time IndyCar switch, but at the same time I do think, as he said, that Formula 1 is priority, and he's just procrastinating everything to come up with the best offer and the most convenient one. And I personally think that his target might be the 3rd title, but if he doesn't get a nice team where he can actually exploit all his talent in 2018, it will be okay as well, and he will be just competing and developing in order to be a contender for 2019. So if he stays at McLaren, it's a very big deal, and they might develop for 2019 if not for next year, but I think they will be competitive in a couple of years, not sooner. And yeah, we're done with the questions, and now I'm going to make a few predictions for the Spa race weekend and for this Belgian Grand Prix. So, well, I think that Lewis Hamilton, he's going to win the race. He's been superior, a strong showing on Friday with the soft tyres as well as with the pace, even though Ferrari was at times was faster, with Sebastian Vettel, who actually clocked a 1.49, which was impressive. But I think that Lewis will come out up top, and second will be Sebastian Vettel. He is not going to give up. He's on a roll. He's really fast, and he missed the pole position just by 2.5 tenths, which is not much, but enough to indicate that Ferrari sometimes is lacking something. So he will be in the mix, but I think that Lewis is going to be superior. And third, I'm going with Kimi Raikkonen. He was doing great at qualifying, even though he had a few problems, vibration issues, and then he had to help Vettel, of course. So yeah, I think that the podium will be like this, and for the fastest lap I'm going with Valtteri Bottas. He's been very consistent, and I think that if Lewis cannot get the job done concerning the fastest lap, even though he will try to, Valtteri is going to do it. And yeah, Mercedes supremacy, I'm going to expect this. And even though it's not going to rain, I saw some pictures, it's quite sunny there, I think we are going to see a very interesting race with the tyre strategies and everything. And just keep an eye on Force Indias, which on the first sector are brutally fast. They are actually matching Mercedes and Ferrari on the first sector. So probably they will be much faster, and they will climb up in the field a little bit. And we're also eager to see what Fernando Alonso is going to do, how he's going to recover. So let me know your predictions as well, and keep asking me questions now for the Monza Grand Prix, which is right behind the corner, always with the hashtag AskBeatrice. Thank you very much, guys. Enjoy the race.